Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be talking about the solar storm that's coming. Scientists issue urgent warnings over solar storm threats. Blackouts, grid breakdowns, internet apocalypse could be on the horizon. Scientists claim we're not prepared for the solar storms threatening Earth, which could cause cataclysmic blackouts, grid blackouts, and even internet apocalypse, according to a frightening emergency drill conducted by the coalition of government agencies. Government means government, is another word for it. The warning came after Earth was struck by a series of X-class solar flares, the highest magnitude these intense radiation bursts that erupted from the extremely active sunspot AR 4087. CTV News reported. The first sun ray was an X1-2 that occurred Monday, May 13 around 11:38 a.m. This was followed by the next morning X2.7 class solar flare, which sparked radio blackouts spanning North and South America, Europe, Africa, Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Live Science reported. Unfortunately, we'll only see more of these solar flare-ups as sunspot AR 4087 swivels closer to the view like a giant interstellar view of a ray of destruction. To assess our ability to handle massive sunbursts, the federal government government released the results of an emergency exercise conducted by the Space Weather Operations, Research and Mitigation, a task force that includes the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, Department of Homeland Security, and other agencies. Conducted in May 2024, the Space Weather Tabletop exercise was set in January 2028 and involved different magnitudes of geometric storms. These occur when the sun sends energy and charged particles into space in a phenomenon known as coronal mass ejection. The largest was a solar superstorm that hypothetically caused an internet apocalypse, disrupted the US power grid, and caused blackouts across the eastern seaboard that lasted for weeks, the Daily Mail reported. This hypothetical solar meltdown also knocked down railways, pipelines offline, impacting travel nationwide, and sent gas prices into the stratosphere, per the report. During the fictitious scenario, each agency was tasked with assessing and handling the fallout of an active solar region that's turning to face us, a apocalyptic ringer for our current real life predicament of being in the crosshairs of the AR 4087 sunspot, Popular Science reported. So this has been very serious. We have Zero that told us about this a week or two ago. So we are now seeing that this potentially may cause many problems as it comes to the planet, but as I said, I think everything will be fine. But this is just something to be aware of. The compound in the simulated crisis, a two-astronaut Orion spacecraft crew was flying to the moon while another pair of Artemis astronauts had already touched down on the lunar surface. Unfortunately, participants failed to formulate a good protocol for this catastrophic hypothetical. Participants said the most difficult task was evaluating the impact of the coronal mass ejection, which can only be detected 30 minutes before it reaches Earth, making preparation all but impossible. Space weather is complex, subject, and the potential impacts are not well understood. Outside the NOAA and NASA, reads the report. Sword added the participants also lacked the space weather expertise necessary to translate scientific information and determine what the specific impacts would be on Earth. There is a strong need to educate not only the government, or what I like to say, government agencies, staff, but general public as well, they declared. In light of the backfire drill, SORM recommends investigating and investing in solar system detecting tech and upping collaboration between the U.S. agencies, international allies, and private companies. Ongoing preparedness efforts for a space weather event are crucial because an extreme event has the potential to severely impact our nation's critical infrastructure and threaten our national security, the report stated. They wrote, just as we prepare earthquakes and hurricanes and cyber attacks, our nation must take action before major space weather even occurs. So this is a hypothetical of a situation where this solar storm could cause some connection or some technical problems to our planet. And I believe everything will be fine, but be warned that things can go downhill, hypothetically, because there were some outages from the last solar storm that came. So everybody just be not scared but prepared and be aware what's going on. And that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any thoughts on this, you could comment below.